In the last episode I made my way from Prudhoe Bay on the Arctic Sea to Coldfoot by bicycle. In Coldfoot I was able to charge my batteries, ready for the next stretch to Fairbanks. This is me leaving Coldfoot camp. Hi Coldfoot. My feet are cold. I met some cool people. Met a really interesting couple from Argentina, a guy from France, both on motorbikes. They started down in Patagonia and they've motorbiked all the way up here, which is amazing. Really good to share stories, and I'm gonna do this. I'm absolutely gonna cycle to Argentina no matter what it takes, no matter how long it takes me. Argentinian couple, they went through Brazil, which is something I'm looking to do. I'm really interested by Brazil. I think a lot of people say don't go there, it's too dangerous. Speaking to people who have actually been there, and they were like, it's super friendly, it's amazing, one of our favourite countries. So yeah, that could be an experience on a bike. Brazil by bike. Right, the dusty gravel road awaits. This is what I've got ahead of me. Lots of Alaska to cycle. That's a good point. A lot of Alaska left to go. Well, you can see that, that's 154 miles of the Dalton highway left. It's a bit further to Fairbanks. Feeling a bit, I don't know, it's in a strange place. First time I've been kind of away this long without normal civilization. Albeit Coldfoot gave me a little bit of that. It's now like another week being alone. Quite like it in a way, but I also miss just the human interaction. I like a balance. Today I've had some epic climbing. I think my GPS tells me I've climbed over 1,000 meters and I've just done some good old views. It's on this gravel road, as you can see here. Pretty tough to ride on. This makes it slow go. Little blue sign. And a restroom. Shall I go for a rest in this room? Don't want to rest in here. Why is that? Because it's full of crap. Human feces. Why would you rest in there? Ridiculous. It's a bloody toilet. It's a water closet. WC. So, just when you're like in a little bit of a... it's not that good. I've just put my full waterproof, full Gore-Tex on. And somebody pulls over and gives me a beer. I am so happy. That is getting drunk tonight when I get to my campsite. 20 kilometers, and it's gonna be on the Arctic Circle, and I'm gonna cross south and the rain will stop because I'm no longer in the Arctic. People make this journey. Beer also helps, or in Espanol, cerveza. Uno cerveza, por favor. Yeah! Trying to learn Spanish, ready for Mexico and beyond. Woo! There we go. The Arctic Circle on the Dalton Highway. On this big old map of the Arctic, I'm here. I started up here. So I've come down to here. Anchorage is where I flew into here. I'm gonna go whee, keep going. Gotta keep this on. There's bloody mosquitoes everywhere. Ah, this is the cool bit. Look at this. Stickers! This one is a cool one. Sam Tucker. He is Macintosh Sam. Don't know anything about him other than that sticker. Looks mighty cool. Expedição Alaska. From Brazil to Alaska. That's pretty cool. What do you think? Should I make a sticker? I'm not really an artist. If anyone else out there could make a design for me, I would absolutely love that. So yeah, that's pretty much the Arctic Circle. Right, let's get pedaling to the equator, which is kind of this way. Bloody flies. It's so annoying.
Dalton Highway continued to push me right up until the end. The hills became longer and steeper, and the feeling of isolation was only broken by the occasional oil truck. I didn't know it at the time, but these days on the haul road were some of the most important days of my journey so far. Finding true purpose and meaning from the journey was difficult after the breakup. This time alone was just what I craved, the independent challenge and seeing parts of the world that few of us will ever see. I felt like my journey was just beginning. Argentina was too far to even imagine, but Fairbanks was just about manageable. Little by little, I'm confident I'll eventually get there.
Hello there! How's it going?
Person I saw.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Adam.
Adam, nice to meet you. Mustafa.
Mustafa, where are you from?
Turkey.
Ah.
It was an absolute pleasure to see another cyclist hitting the Dalton Highway. We shared some route advice before heading off in separate directions.
This is the dodgy tyre. Well, the dodgy wheel, sorry. 1, 2, 3 missing spokes all next to each other. So this area of the wheel is struggling. Good wheel! My front one doesn't take as much of a beating with the better rim. I am going to take a couple of spokes off the front, put them on the back. If I can limp 200 kilometers to Fairbanks, yeah! I'll be happy. Now taking off spokes is a little bit of an annoying process. It means I've got to deflate the tyres, I've then got to unscrew it, unthread it. I'm going to do it on this side, the non-disc rotor side, take the spokes off. On this one, it's quite annoying again. So I've got this disc rotor in the way, and then I've got this, the cassette, on the back. Both of them get in the way of taking spokes out. That's why I've not taken these spokes off while they're just taped, because they're a pain to get off. So what is easy to take off is this, the disc rotor, pretty easy. And I can like bend the spoke and get it in. What is almost, well, it's impossible for me to take off is the cassette. Can't take that off, so any spokes on this side are really hard to get off. I don't know if there's any other better way. I really hate deflating my tyres when I don't need to. But I do need to do this. Especially actually, this morning I had a couple more punctures on this one. I've patched it and it's worked! Yes! So I'm gonna have to deflate a tyre, that is an inner tube that's doing alright. It's got to be done! I'm recording this pretty frustrated. I think I've spent about 2 hours trying to fix that back wheel. I've put one new spoke in, tried to put another one in, but it wouldn't work. So my front wheel is now missing one spoke, back wheel missing 2 spokes. The wheel is doing this, which means it initially was rubbing against the frame. I've managed to adjust the spokes to kind of true the wheel the other way. But it's difficult when you've got spokes missing, because the spokes that are missing should be doing that job. I've had an offer to some guys pulled up asking, are you okay? I could have probably said, oh, could I get a lift? I was like, yeah, I'm good. No, I'm not good, mate. My bike's buggered. So, yeah, I've just put my bags all together. As you can see, the bike is now ready to go. Mechanical problem, strike again. This has to be a low point. I'm sat here eating some really nice peanut butter straight out the jar with a spoon. I've run out of wraps. Nothing else to put the peanut butter on, but I quite fancied some. Tells me it's 180 calories for every 2 tablespoons. I'm happy with that. I need some calories. Energy's dropping a little bit. It's 9:30 p.m. Because I spent so long fixing my... Oh, I can feel the energy flowing into my body. It's amazing. I am absolutely spent. I am so tired after fixing my bike today. It's just been a bit of a disaster. However, I still cycled for 5.5 hours of actual cycling, did 63k and climbed a load. Climbed too much, but it's not what the distance I was hoping for. But don't worry about that, it's not the biggest issue. That's my house for the night. There's my broken up mode of transport. I've got this awesome view. Look at this. Oh, this is going to be nice to wake up to. So tomorrow when I've got a bit more energy, I'll make another video. Until then, I think it's nearly midnight. This is what I wanted! A challenge! This is a bloody challenge indeed, I'll tell you that. Right, this is enough for me. Good night! Good morning from my tent. This is not a bad way to wake up, is it? Epic! Right, 9 o'clock. Let's get back on the road. Really glad I had a good night's sleep last night. Needed it. Re-energized. Let's get some distance done. This is, for me, the end of the Dalton Highway. Woo! Oh, I'm bloody tired today. Done it. There we go. It's a bit of a map on here. I've gone from Prudhoe Bay over the Attigan Pass, through Wiseman and Coldfoot, past the Arctic Circle and over the Yukon River. I'm now in between the Yukon and Living Good. Let's get to Fairbanks. Whew. So I decided to pack the bike up. Tent has been packed away and I'm going to start cycling. Today's the 4th of July, 100k to get to Fairbanks. I want to get there not too late, so I'm going to leave at 2 AM. See the daylight. It's pretty dark actually. It's getting darker. Hopefully that's not rain clouds. I've got some big hills ahead of me, so it's going to tackle them early. I might stop in a few hours and rest, but one of the annoying things, I keep getting a flat tyre on my front wheel. Skies like this are one of the plus points of setting off early. Oh, that is beautiful. 2 a.m. We got a pink sky. So I'm almost done. Almost done with my little crazy mission. I have 70 kilometers left to go. I want to take a moment to reflect on the last 10 days of what has been pretty solitary cycling. So since June the 24th to July the 4th, I have no idea what's happening in the world. I quite like that. I'm quite bad at usually checking the news and just seeing what's going on in the world, and actually social media, messages, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, emails that still come through occasionally, not many, but not like when I had a job. But that's been good to disconnect. That's been one of the benefits of this. It's been challenging. I'm tired. I think this is the most tired I've ever been on my own reasoning. It's been good to push myself again, to know what I'm made of, without anyone else judging me. I miss socialising with people. There's something that I never thought about before I came up here. I thought I wanted to get away, but I do miss just daily interactions. One of the things I do not enjoy is always saying goodbye to people. It's probably the hardest part about being on a bike trip, saying goodbye. Some of the friendships and connections I make feel really strong. Stronger than some of the connections I had with people I knew for years. I think everybody could benefit from some time in nature. That's one thing I've been really lucky to experience, seeing fox, muskox, moose, caribou. I saw a porcupine yesterday, didn't get that on camera, but it's been beautiful. Let's get to Fairbanks. Hi.
Where are you coming from?
I'm from England.
Where did you go?
To the top.
Oh, awesome.
What are you?
Just as I approached the edge of Fairbanks, another YouTuber happened to be filming on the side of the road. I was so happy to meet Brook Whipple. Her energy, enthusiasm for life and outgoing support was exactly what I was craving after spending so long alone. I want to take this opportunity to thank Brook for her impromptu interview and putting me on her channel, which subsequently led to me having over 1,000 people come over to my channel and subscribe. You guys have been nothing but fantastic, so thank you all.
What's your
Oh
name?
yeah, I'm Brooke.
Brooke, nice
Girl
to
in
meet
the Woods
you.
on YouTube.
Girl in the Woods?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. This is a lovely place to live. That was a really cool interaction, to meet another YouTuber. To meet Brooke. She's done some interesting stuff. She's been on Alone, some wildlife survival show. She's living the dream of being in Alaska. I do love meeting people that are inspiring. Gives me a lot of faith for the future. Fairbanks awaits. I've been talking to her for like 2 hours. Traffic. 10 miles to Fairbanks, baby. Woohoo! Happy Independence Day from us, the Brits. 3 miles to Fairbanks. Just made it to McDonald's, but first, McDonald's! This has to be the best moment of the day. Nobody wants to watch a man eat a dirty McDonald's burger. And I got a Stroop waffle, milk McFlurry. Happy with that. Right, see you in a bit. Oh, with a belly full of burgers. Yes! Yes! Burgers and soda. I'm now going to make my way to a hostel where I'm going to meet David from France, which I'm very much looking forward to. It's 4th of July and I think it's time to get a party on, get some beers in us. I've done it. the bike has limped its way to Fairbanks. I also went onto the internet. My phone just went crazy. To be honest, it was mostly people just being like, "We've not heard from you, are you okay? Is everything alright?" So that was nice. But yeah, everything's alright. I am living the dream on a bicycle. Here we go. My home for the next night at least, Sven's base camp and hostel. Hi. Good, how are you?
David, a motorcyclist from France who had just cycled from Patagonia to Alaska, saved me a place to stay after meeting me 5 days previously in Coldfoot. I shared stories and beers with other motorcyclists who were all travelling big distances. It had always been a dream of mine to cycle the Dalton highway, and now it was complete. The emotional feeling of completion and pride sat strong. The first big hurdle was complete, but this was only the start of the long journey south.
Hello there from the United States. I'm no longer in Alaska. I am now in the lower 48 at a place called Port Townsend. Beautiful place. I'll show you it in a second. But I just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys that are supporting me on Patreon. Without your support, I won't be able to make all these videos to the same quality. You're allowing me to provide drone equipment and continue to just support me as I continue creating, so thank you all, thank you so much. I want to thank my latest patrons that have recently signed up, who are Adam Mitchell, Kaz Stevens, Isharu, Phil Bennett, Random Things, Andrew Hart, Rene Costales and Wes Carr. Thank you so much. It genuinely means the world to me, absolute world. And without your support, I won't be able to do this. If you too would like to become a patron, go and check out patreon.com/Adam Hugill and you can get some awesome benefits too. Right, let's have a look at Port Townsend. It's pretty, innit? So I'm in Washington State. I'm going to be making my way down the Pacific coast. So that's what you've got to look forward to in the next few months. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you've got this far. And I will see you on the next one. Farewell. Bye.